Hello, I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Wow, I'm behind today. I only woke up 15 minutes ago, so I just did a big dash to get ready for this. Getting ready super fast. Right, just go on my live and I'll be right with you. I'm going to go deeper into the daily. And I'm going to do readings for you guys. Let's pick a card out from Colette Baron Reid's deck. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So the daily, I was talking all about going with the flow. So knowing what we are in control of and what we're not in control of in life, and know when to go with the flow, knowing when to actually take charge of things. So we are in control of ourselves, our minds, our decisions, our boundaries, that kind of thing. We're in control of what we're asking for out of life. We're in control of our focus. Of course, we're in control of our actions. But we're not in control of what manifests from that. We kind of are, but we're not. And what I mean by that is we don't know when it's going to show up. We don't know when. We can't control when it's going to show up because the universe is going to have it show up when the timing is right for us. When the timing is right for the whole universe, in fact, when everything falls into place. So yeah, we can't dictate certain things. And so it was a bit of a word of warning for today about control when we've had controlling natures. Got the cat in with me this morning. Is anyone going to come on and join me? I don't think the numbers are working because I'm on it and it says 0 people are on it. Oh, it says 2 on there. So yeah, I'm going to go deeper into the daily. Going to pick some cards out to look deeper into what's going on today. More guidance for today. I'm going to talk all about Colette Baron Reid's card for the day, which is a beautiful one. But we've got it upside down. It's Treasure Island, but it's in protection position. I love this card because I live on Turtle Island, and that's a turtle being an island kind of thing with treasure all over it. My cat wants to go out. She's stood staring at the door like that. I'll let her out. I'll be right back. Go out, honey. So yeah, we've got Treasure Island in reverse. Let's have a look what Colette says about this. Poverty consciousness. Oh, okay. Poverty consciousness, not enough. Cast a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come at high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? Are you avoiding success because you'll grow so tall that others will possibly want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you'll lose what you have acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? You're challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. Okay. Poverty consciousness, lack consciousness, really important message. And that just reminded me as well, what was it? The lessons and challenges. Lessons and challenges for today were about releasing guilt. There was an extra message about focus. It was about focusing on, that was it. Hi, Simone, how are you? It was focusing on what is working in our lives. So, for example, say your relationships are going really well in your life. Now, say your relationships are going really badly in your life, but your business is going really well, right? Well, rather than focusing on relationships, it's best to focus on your business, because if your business is going well, then that's going to get you into the vibration of success if you're focused on your business. And then your relationships are likely to start going well too. Hey, Nikki. It's got your Yorkshire tea. Haven't listened to the daily read yet. Not long finished work. Oh, well. You're working late now. You're on the late shifts now. Until you leave. You got the worst one, the worst shift until you leave. Yeah, so our focus, we've got to watch our focus today, and especially, this Treasure Island has said that too. Poverty consciousness, and so this is the same thing. Sometimes it's hard when we're worried, say, about money, when we've been in lack, things like you can't find somewhere to live, or you can't pay a bill or something like that. When we're experiencing that kind of lack, it can be really difficult to do that, to focus on abundance. And so don't do it. Just stop focusing on that. Focus on the part of your life that is working. I only ever work late or long days. Oh, really? That's not good. Well, I woke up 15 minutes ago. Well, I woke up at 7:45. So I've been running around trying to get ready this morning for this. Still managed to feed the cat as well. So that's Treasure Island. So this Treasure Island, it's abundance. It's where we find everything that we want. But this is saying that our focus has been off. We've not been focused on it. We need to get focused on that. And sometimes the best way of getting focused on that is to ignore the lacking part in your life and get focused on a part of your life that is successful. It's by far the easiest way to do it. You know how people say, when you've got a friend who's single, and for when you're single, and everyone says, you'll find someone when you're not looking for them. It's that kind of thing. Same with abundance too. You'll find it when you stop looking for it. Spiritualist. No, I'm not even sure what that means. What does that mean? Spiritualist. I don't put any labels on myself. I call myself a psychic because, I don't know, that seems to be the easiest word to use for what I do. But I read energies and they're connecting with people's higher selves. That helps you. Shut that down. Right, so I'm going to pull out some more cards for the day. Go deeper into the daily if it's got more information for us. Yeah, I'm a medium too, if that's what you mean. The other side, people that have passed over. But yeah, generally I'm connecting with people's higher selves. So inner self, soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Now, this, for today, intimacy here, it's about revealing yourself to the world. It's about showing who you are to the world, and a bit about being guided to do that. So how did that link in with the daily today? About timing of things. I don't know. Sometimes, when you get, so we had like about divine timing in the daily read today. We can't control everything. And maybe you've been trying to put yourself out there in a bigger way in the world and it's not been working. And then you get focused on lack. And then now you are actually getting guided to put yourself out there in a bigger way. Not a bigger way, but more of yourself. Putting more of yourself out there. Revealing yourself more to the world. You're actually being guided to do that. So it's like, this is saying, if you've been trying to do something big and it's not been working, and that's got you focused on lack, focus on something else that is working in your life, but you are being guided toward what it is that you want, which will come in divine timing, the bigness of it, but the key to it is being yourself. And so think about that. think about how you've been guided, and when I'm talking about guidance, I'm talking about signs. Signs, maybe ideas that you've had. It could be signs outside of yourself. It could be seeing someone else doing something similar. We get signs in all kinds of ways. I bet you're counting down the days, Nikki, aren't you? Finish on the 7th. 3 days. We've also got decide and touch. Oh, this is good. And this is about who we work with, who we help, whose lives we touch. We get to decide that. This is saying that if you've had a false belief that you're here to help everyone, or you're here to help a certain kind of person, this is saying that you get to decide whose lives you touch. Often, especially healers, can tend to be focused on the wrong kind of customers, the people that are not here to help. I know I was for a long time. I was focused on the wrong kind of people because I felt this complex thing where I needed, like religions. That was in the daily as well. Religions can teach that you need to help the lowest of the low. You've heard that teaching in religions. And we're not all here to help the lowest of the low, of course, because that means that all of us, we're not the lowest of the low. We've got computers, got mobile phones and stuff. We're very privileged, especially when you go into other parts of the world. You realize how privileged you are. And of course, I'm not here to help the lowest of the low. I'm here to help people like you and me to align ourselves and lift our lives higher. And so you get to decide whose lives you touch, and it could be that the kind of person that you help, the kind of person that you work with, is a completely different kind of person than you have been focused on before. Hi, Janice. I'm asking more often these days, who am I? I'd like to know what all these others appear to know, but that's a part of my journey. Finding out who I am. Yes, can't wait to get my sweet ass out of there. They underpay me every month. Oh, no. Back pay is building up. Oh, so you get a juicy bonus at the end when they get it right in the end. Sometimes that's good. I've had that happen before when there's been a little bit of money held back all the time, and then you get a bonus when you really need it. When you really want it. Yeah, so that reminded me, in the daily, there was stuff about religion. There was stuff about any kind of institution and beliefs that we've been given and how it makes us feel guilty. When we do something that goes against a law or a belief that's been given to us from a religion, we do it because it's right for us, and we know deep inside it's right for us. Like, that there's laws like, I don't know, like my cannabis oil, that's illegal. There's laws like raw milk. I can't get it, but raw milk is illegal. We do that kind of thing and we generally don't feel guilty about it, right? But we break rules of religions and stuff like that because it's right for us. And sometimes this can be an underlying guilt to it. So it's interesting that religion came up as well again. When I was talking about that. Nikki's back shortly. Janice is just looking to fill a void in your life. Oh, it's good to have a void in your life. I find myself looking back on my life as far back as I can remember. Oh, as a 2-year-old little girl. Wow. Yeah, it's good to have voids in your life because the universe will step in and fill it. That's a good thing about letting go of stuff and leaving a space in your life. It can be filled by something else. But you do need to get in the vibration of that something else to let in. That can be the tricky thing. Okay, we've also got believe in self and mirror reflection. Right, so how I was just talking about religions and stuff like that, how we do what's right for us, and sometimes it goes against the rules of others, what other people want for us, or what religions want, or whatever. And we're not to feel guilty for that. If we do feel guilty, we need to deal with that guilt. Feel that guilt, to release it. This is saying that when we do believe in ourselves like that, when we do believe in our choices, then we're going to attract more people that are like us. But while we're trapped in this, not being sure of ourselves, not being sure of our choices being right, especially when we're going against other people's rules or beliefs and stuff like that, we hold away the mirror reflections. We end up with more of those religious people telling us we're wrong or whatever we've got going on. Simone, where are you from? Australia, not New Zealand, Australia. I'm actually from the UK originally. I moved to Australia 20 years ago. I moved to Thailand 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. I don't sound Thai yet though. So yeah, you're going to start attracting your tribe once you believe in yourself, once you believe in the decisions that you're making for yourself. From Germany. Janice will say amen to what I just said. When you least expect something to come along, it shows up out of the blue. Yep. Absolutely. And that's what today is all about. Watch the daily read, because it's all about divine timing, what we can't control. We can't control when things show up for us in our lives, but we can be aligned and ready. And often, Janice, that being in that void is the place to be, with positive expectations. Remember the Treasure Island card? Positive expectations, not lacking expectations, but expecting that void to be filled with something really positive that's right for you. That's the energy to be in. Didn't do Psychic Cafe yesterday. Did anyone try and show up? Hi, Dawson. How are you? Did anyone show up? I didn't. I had a terrible night's sleep the night before. I was so hungry that I kept on having to eat before I could go to sleep and eat again before I could go to sleep. And yeah, my body, I'd lost, I think, 1 kilo the day before from my New Year's Eve antics. And so I just needed to eat. And so yesterday I spent the day eating way more than I usually eat, and I eat a lot anyway. But refueling my body, giving myself some reserves. Right. I'm really feeling, I just talked about laws and stuff like that and religions. I'm feeling there's going to be a big shift this year, 2020. Keep on picking it up, the energies of it, as I say, as I'm talking about things like that. And when I've been doing like the January reads and stuff, I feel like there's going to be big world changes, as if rules are going to be, laws and stuff that are just going to be gone. Like big changes, giving people more freedom. They're making a law now that it's legal, yeah, in the United States. CBD oils. THC oils as well? It's just CBD. Yeah, same in Thailand. They're making it legal too. Cannabis, all of it, the oils, all of it, the drug. Also kratom as well, which is another natural drug. It's actually a tree, and you eat the leaves or make the leaves into tea. Jungle tree. Similar. Elections in the US. Hi, Marguerite, how are you? It's legal in Canada too, right? And so why isn't raw milk and raw cheese legal? Because there's too much nutrition in it. I'm working on what this would be. Just afraid there'd be a war beforehand. Yeah, I don't know. America's scary. America scares me. Really, I think it's the scariest country ever. Okay, also today we've got growth, gentle, quieted heart. So we're growing in our hearts. This is about this belief in ourselves. Getting stronger in ourselves, believing in ourselves more. Growing stronger in our hearts about ourselves. Can you feel it? We're growing in our hearts. I like that. Being happy with ourselves, being at peace with ourselves. That's today. There's a lot to do in a day. So there we have it. Who would like a reading? Would you like a reading? If you would like a reading, just pop up a message saying me, please. If you've got a specific question, you can ask it in the comments too. Dawson. Dawson's up first. Let's see what your higher self has to say. Oh, yeah. The daily was all about letting go of control, and you've got the same thing, Dawson. Surrender. You've been asked to surrender. Surrender particularly to being loving. So if you have been trying to control things, if you've been trying to control things that aren't yours to control, like when things show up, like other people and their part in it, that kind of thing, you just need to let go, because you can't dictate that stuff. And when you try and dictate that stuff, when you're trying to micromanage, the universe can't do the easiest way. The universe wants to give you what you want in the easiest way, through the people that will, through the people that can, through all, in the divine timing that it can. And when you're trying to micromanage it, trying to control other people and the timing of it and things like that, things that you're not in control of as a human being, then it messes it all up. So, yeah, Dawson, surrender that and be loving, and know that you're loved too, and that you are going to get what you want from the universe. But while you're fighting it, while you're trying to control it like that, it just slows it all down and gets everyone really annoyed around you as well. Instead, get focused on yourself, you being creative, you being artistic, you doing your own thing, including yourself. What is it that you want to do? Kind of distraction, but it's a good thing. It's get focused on what you can control in your life, yourself, what it is that you want to do, your creativity. Get focused on that. Yeah, I'm really feeling like it's about other people with you. You need to let go of other people and get focused on yourself. Get focused on your own life. Taking control of yourself, what it is that you want to do, and leaving everyone else alone that's around you. Let them do their own thing. Who will you marry? You'll marry whoever you meet that's right for you once you're ready for it. Marguerite's up next. Yeah, we all have free choice, and so there's no life path that's dictated for us, but we do come in with certain interests and things like that. Marguerite, clear within, innocent. So you're letting go of the guilt today. Focus on that part of the daily reading about. So I was talking about the things that tend to bring us guilt is when we're breaking other people's rules, maybe religion's rules, maybe laws. Do people really feel guilty about breaking laws? I'm not talking about the big laws, like don't murder someone. You probably feel guilty if you murder somebody. I'm talking about the little laws, like having a bit of CBD oil before bed, having raw milk in your fridge, eating hemp seeds, things like that. So yeah, you're clearing and to feel innocent again, Marguerite. Simone, I do medium readings. It's not really my preferred way of working, doing medium readings. I can do it, but not in public like this. I mean, it does take me longer. Like you'll notice that when I'm doing these readings with higher selves, it's instant for me. It takes me a bit longer with the medium readings. So when you get like a private reading for a medium reading, they're not as long as the other ones, but yeah, I can do them. Marguerite, also you've got Play and Abundance. Marguerite, have you read, what's her name's book? I'll find it. Play with Abundance. We've got the Treasure Island card, not to focus on lack. I'll just look on my Kindle. this one. Pam Grout's book, E Squared. I'll show you the cover of it. This one. It's got E Cubed out as well. This one. Have you read that book, Marguerite? Or anybody? Because it's an excellent book. And it's an excellent book to get you start playing with abundance. And it's an excellent book for teaching you about abundance, for there's exercises in it, exercises of manifestation in it. And it's amazing. I did it years ago. I got the book years ago. Oh, well, read it, Marguerite. You've got it. Yeah, read it and do the exercises. It's great. Share with us what you're doing as well, the exercises, because there's so much fun. I love it. But I did the exercises and then I got to a certain point, not to try and rack it for you, but I got to a certain point, I don't know, it was exercise 5 or 6 or something like that. And then I didn't get the manifestation from it. Like I think she gives you like 2 days to get the manifestation or something. I didn't get the manifestation from, and I'd asked for something really specific. I'd asked for something. I'd asked for a sign to show that I was loved, and I didn't get it. Oh, and that one hit me really hard because this was years ago, and this was the healing that I had to do, was in feeling loved. And yeah, so it can bring stuff up, but it's generally a real fun book of playing with abundance, gets you into that light-hearted manifestation thing. I love it. Hey, Saskia, how are you? There's going to be a really big shift, Jenny says. I feel it. And it's personal. It's a personal shift for us all, 2020. Hey, Matt. Matt's up next. Kwame. Matt. Oh. Emotional stuff for you, Matt. You've got to forgive yourself and be vulnerable. Peeling the layers away at the moment, Matt. Can you feel it? It's the emotional layers, the emotional stuff. Today, you're at the stage of forgiving yourself. Okay, and I'm feeling like this is about other people, being vulnerable to other people. Not in a good way. I'm feeling like you've been vulnerable to other people, maybe the wrong kind of people. You've been open to the wrong kind of people, being vulnerable to them, and you're just kind of emotionally healing that as you are stepping into more boundaries, being stronger in yourself. I'm going through an emotional time at the moment, Matt. You headed towards something though, because you got the mystery card, which is always a good card. That's like you're being led to something much better. But it's not to what you think you're being led to. Hey, Miss Hurricane. Forgiving the past year. Okay, you're letting go of that. Yeah, keep going with it. You're doing the right thing. But what you're headed toward this year is different than you're expecting. It's different than you think. Maybe it's bigger than you think. Maybe you're healing yourself and you're just thinking, then I'll be healed and things will get a bit better. And it's like your higher self is saying there's something completely different coming in for you. There you go. Excuse me. Oh, let's go back. Saska's here. Hey, Saska. Dawson, I let go of my ex mentally a few years ago by tearing our soul contract. A day later, I got a Facebook message after a year of no contact. Oh, wow. Dawson, maybe you'd like a soulmate reading. Check out my YouTube channel and click on the Soulmate Reads playlist. Watch yours for your sign, and in that there's an offer for a soulmate reading. I think they're $30 off at the moment. But that might really help you, and they're all about the inner steps that you need to take to get aligned with your soulmate, to bring the relationship you really want in. Janice feels bad. Oh no, Janice. Margaret's going back to her pure self. Who else would like a reading? Janice, me and my dog are snacking on popcorn before bed. That's funny. Please tell me the name. The name, huh? I don't do guessing games. I connect in with people's higher selves to help them. I'm not interested in trying to do guessing games. Is it pointless? I'm wanting to get my dream career started. Awesome. Yeah, and I'm hearing, Matt, that it's different than you think. It's actually different than you think, what's coming. Just keep on going with the flow, Matt. Can you tell me again, please, a recap at the end? Oh, what if you're reading? Sorry, again, I've done someone else's sense. I don't retain the information very well. I read in the moment, so you'll have to watch the replay, Marguerite. Miss Hurricane is up next. Okay. Oh, Miss Hurricane. You got healing and take the risk. Now, I'm feeling like you've got one foot in the healing camp and one foot out of it, meaning you're still around people in your life. You're still trying to live like an old paradigm kind of life with a lot of people. And you've also got one foot in the healing camp as well, healing yourself, changing things, maybe starting to manifest a better life for yourself. This is saying put both feet in that, go all in the healing stuff. Don't hold back, don't try and conform. You know how I was saying about feeling guilty about breaking other people's rules? You're still very much in other people's rules at the moment and living that and pretending you're living that. Maybe you got one foot in the healing camp and you're not telling everyone else in your past. And it's not that you need to tell everyone else in your past. You don't need to do that. You're present. You're in therapy now. Yeah, that makes sense. Go all in. That's your message, is go all in. It might feel risky to do that, but that's where your life is headed for sure. For sure. Let's pick another couple of cards out for you and get some more clarity on that. And there's Hurricane. Yeah. This is about being okay about creating something new in your life, like a different kind of life, away from what you have been experiencing, away from what is acceptable to all those people around you as well to experience. Yeah, you're in a transition, big life changes for you. And just be okay about creating a different kind of life. That's the stage you're at. This isn't saying like, get out there and make those changes now. This is saying you're more in a mind shift stage at the moment, getting used to feeling like that. Yeah. Okay. Simone, does my boss want me to stay in his company? Bosses tend to want you to stay in the company. But what do you want, Simone? Let's check that out. Right, Simone, you've got passion and connection. Are you passionate about the work that you're doing? I'm not picking up that you are. So I'm getting that you're going to be moved on. So maybe you've asked that question because you're picking up that they don't want you to be there anymore. It's not about what they want. It's about the universe trying to move you on to something that you are passionate about. But it's not going to do that until you've made the connection with that. What I mean by that is it will be putting things in front of you, giving you signs and signals to get you on track with your passion. But it could come a point where, you lose that job to get redirected. The universe could push you in that direction. That happens when we're not making choices for ourselves. The universe steps in and it does it for us. But relax about it. Like, you're on this path. You are on this path, Simone. So relax about it. You don't need to blame people for that, for playing their part in it. Remember, if you haven't made that choice, if you're not feeling good in a job, if you're not passionate about that job and you're not making that connection yourself, giving that job up yourself and moving on to something you'd feel really good about doing, don't blame other people when they step in and play their part. The universe helps you, gets them to help you to move to what they don't know that they're doing that, of course, but they're just acting on their guidance. They're acting on their ideas, what's going on in their minds. But don't blame them when they're playing their part in it. And so it could be that you've got a tower moment coming when the universe steps in and actually moves you forward. It's not a bad thing. It's not like you've failed. I have a lot of tower moments. I have a lot of tower moments. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's just the path of least resistance. Things breaking apart, moving us on. Especially, like, the better you get at manifesting, the more tower moments you have, because it's okay then. And what I mean by that is, like, my life is amazing at the moment, and it's not very tempting for me to move on from it at all, but I am moving on from it, which is hard. Letting go of this life emotionally is hard because I'm loving it so much. I love this place so much and the people here and the community here, but there's something better to move to, and I'm seeing that. And so sometimes when you're going from one great thing to a next great thing, that's when you really need the tower moments to happen, because otherwise you're not going to move on because it's all great. He's not speaking to you. Wow, that's crazy. Your boss isn't speaking to you. What? Janice would like a reading. Okay. Janice. Oh, okay. Janice, you're being asked to just be simply at peace. Like, calm yourself down. Do some deep breaths. Are you in a bad place at the moment? Because this is really guidance. Take some deep breaths. Simply be at peace. Do whatever it is to make you feel peaceful, to make yourself feel better. Deep breaths, relaxation, guided meditations, that kind of thing. Anything that's going to make you feel better in this moment now. Just simply be at peace. A walk in nature, unless it's freezing cold where you are. Or even if it's freezing cold where you are. Been finding out a lot about cold stress lately, and I never have it. I never have it living in the tropics. I could take a cold shower every day, but it wouldn't be cold. Like, it's not cold. The pipes are outside, and outside is hot. But yeah, it's a good thing, getting cold. Janice. So yeah, you want to know which way you're supposed to go. This is saying simply be at peace in the moment. Yeah. Because you need to be at peace in the moment. You've got to feel good in the moment to move toward good things. And your higher self will lead you to that. Right. And so your key is learning to love yourself, stopping sabotaging yourself, learning to love yourself. That means making good decisions for yourself in the moment, doing what makes you feel better in the moment. Oh, you're in the country again. That's nice. Yeah. So that's your focus at the moment, is just to feel good in the moment, be at peace in the moment, because the bigger picture of what you're doing is releasing sabotages and learning to love yourself more, practically loving yourself more. I never used to really understand that until I did, and until I started focusing on myself, my own life, what I wanted from my own life, doing the best for myself, making really good decisions for myself in the moment. That often means saying no to other people's requests. And yeah, start to feel more self-love. You start to feel more loved, and then other people start doing the same for you too. It's great. Suddenly other people start loving you. You know how I was saying about the Pam Grouts book and following that, and it was, I got stuck on the experiment where I'd asked for a sign to show that I was loved, and it didn't happen. And now I get signs every day that I'm loved. Wow, I've got so much love in my life now. It's fantastic. But it started off within, and that's what your higher self is doing with you now. It's starting you off on that self-love path. So being in the country, that's a good start. Ignore the lack. Yeah, and you really have to ignore the lack. I mean, otherwise it just makes us worry, doesn't it? Needing direction. Get yourself a reading, a full reading. They're much better for that kind of thing, a lot more detail. for direction, but still the readings, they never go into actually details of what to do. People always want to know that, what shall I do? What shall I do? And the readings are like, no, it's like who you're being, like the internal changes, because what you do is a flow on from that. It's like once you're getting in the right energy, then you suddenly have this idea and then you start acting on it. There's nothing else you can do. Like that is being aligned. People want readings to tell them what to do, but if they're not aligned, can tell them anything to do and it's not going to make any difference at all, because someone that's out of alignment, they can do the exact same action and it's not going to result in anything. And so my readings are all about getting into that alignment, and so it's going to happen naturally. You're going to get those you're going to get that inner guidance, you're going to get that inspiration, those ideas, your path will open up to you, it'll go faster, that kind of thing, when you're in alignment. Does anyone else want a reading? Snow Dog. Anyone else want a reading? Otherwise, I'll stop here. I need to go and do some food shopping today. It's all right into my head. And I've got the week ahead readings to do, the weekly reads videos, but I don't know whether I want to do that today. They might come a bit late this week. I might do them all tomorrow, hoping that I feel a bit more energetic tomorrow, because I'm not feeling it today, not yet anyway. And there's a lot of tourists here at the moment, a lot. And so it's pretty tricky getting time to myself out by the pool or anywhere to do them. When you work. I don't know what that says, Simone. Janice, I'm looking forward to walking forward with more direction. That sounds good. That sounds empowered. Striding forward with direction. I love that. Do something you work at keen. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Thank you everyone for coming along. Thanks for your likes and your subscribes and all of that. And I will be doing this tomorrow, probably. Do you work on keen? I don't know what that is. The only work I do is this one, Be Healing, my website. Making videos, doing private readings, that's all I do. And all I've done for a long time. Apart from managing the Muay Thai stadium, I do that. No, I don't work on other people's websites for readers. Many years ago, on Be Healing, there was a team working for me of psychics, did a similar kind of thing to what maybe you're talking about. Mine, Be Healing, was a website for readers, but now I brought it back just to me, focused on my stuff for Be Healing. There we go. Thank you everyone for coming along. I'll see you next time. Bye.